Hey guys, we're live.
Live is awesome.
It has been a very long
Very
time.
very long time, like 3 years.
I am Taker Soul Girl, and I have with me whoever wants to. Somebody say something.
I
Something.
forgot how to do this. If you can
Okay.
believe that, I forgot how to do this.
Okay.
Hi guys, I'm not Christy Viper anymore, but I guess you could say it's Christy Viper.
You were
Yeah,
Christina
she's-
Angel the last time we did this.
Yeah.
Oh, I was?
Yeah.
Yes, you were. Christina Angel. Yeah.
Christina Angel. Oh, wow. Damn, that's been a while.
And who else have we got?
And of
Our
course-
British friend from the other side of the pond.
Indeed, yes. I happen to be hiding in the bushes at the other side of a pond. Apparently, I'm Tom from Tom Williams Productions.
And
I have a boring channel name.
I'm sure you guys have seen my YouTube. So,
Well, they have because we're on it.
yeah, we're on it, but I haven't updated in a while because life happened. And we haven't done this in a while because, once again, life happened.
Yeah, life got in the way. I got married.
Yay!
Lost my internet on top of everything else because certain people decided to be assholes, but we won't get into that.
Life happens, and wrestling is but our eternal hobby, an eternal hobby that we will never give in.
And I am going to say something before we do any of this. Man, how opinions have changed.
Oh,
Yeah.
we were
How.
ahead of doing this. We were listening through our opinions around about TLC in
older ones.
in 2014, and I will direct quote myself being superbly, incredibly excited for Undertaker versus Roman Reigns.
And guess what we're getting this year?
We're getting it this year, but not the way I wanted it back then. I'll tell you for sure. But since before we get to WrestleMania, of course, we do have, because this is a thing that we never used to have back in the days of yore. We never used to have we never used to go through the Hall of Fame. The Hall of Fame is awesome.
Prediction cards, I think. Yeah.
Yeah,
and it's just as much a part of WrestleMania as WrestleMania itself.
Yeah, it's the biggest night of the year, and it's the only time that you actually see Dean Ambrose wear a suit.
Yeah.
Now the Hall of Fame is awesome, and as we were discussing off air before we came on, there's a lot of people missing from the Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
One of those long-term people who's been missing is going in, and that is one. And he in my mind is the headliner of the Hall of Fame, even though the headliner is somebody else we're going to be talking about. To me, the headline. Sorry
to interrupt you, Tom, but if we're kind of like talking all over the place about all these different things, it's because one, we have like 3 years to catch you guys up on, and two, we're a little rusty at this.
So we're kind of like taking our time. Got to get back in the groove of things.
Yeah.
To me, the headliner of the Hall of Fame is, in my opinion, I'd say he's one of the best wrestlers in the company to have not won the World Championship.
And just so you know, the list of Hall of Famers that I have up here tells you who they are, who's inducting them, and what they've done in the WWE to be inducted.
Yeah. So
I'll be going through all that.
I, of course, am talking about the gentleman from Robbinsdale, Minnesota.
Rick
Christ,
Rude.
how English do I sound when I say Robbinsdale, Minnesota?
Okay, Rick Rude.
The ravishing Rick Rude, a man who used to walk to the ring and he'd ask all of the fat women in attendance to be quiet while he takes off his robe and shows the ladies what a real sexy man looks like. That is a quote from one of his promos. That is a quote from one of his promos.
but he was able to get away with it. And I apologize for the sound of running water because I am doing dishes.
Rick Rude was a mediocre looking bloke who got away with a gimmick of being a really attractive guy. Like, if you put him up against some of the top guys today in terms of the looks department, he's nowhere near as good looking as some of the current crop.
Actually, sorry to interrupt, Tom, but I want to bring this up. There was actually a time, I think it was like maybe even longer than maybe 4 years ago, maybe. There was actually a time when they were trying to reestablish, like, sort of do a modern day Rick Rude.
Well, that was Ziggler, wasn't it?
No, they were trying to do it on NXT with Lucky Cannon.
Oh, were they?
Because he became Luscious Cannon.
Mm.
And
I just want to say something.
Yeah.
I just want to say something. Somebody's opinion on John Cena is drastically different.
Yeah, big time.
Yes, my opinion of, just to put this out there, I am no longer part of the C Nation and never will be again. I wasted 10 years of my life on that asshole.
Welcome. Welcome to the light.
I called him an asshole.
But my opinion on Undertaker has not changed, despite things that happened.
So before we get to the main roster, who's inducting Rick Rude? Because I haven't seen that.
Okay, can we go through the Hall of Fame now then?
Yeah, let's run through the Hall of Fame. Who's inducting Rick Rude?
I'll get to that when I get to that. Okay, and in 2014, Ultimate Warrior was inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Sadly, he died the night after Raw.
Yeah, and he came up with the idea for having an award for
the Warrior Award.
The Warrior Award. People who are
outstanding warrior spirit.
Okay. What does it say?
Who got it this year? Some celebrity.
The award was okay. I'm reading off Wikipedia. The award was created following the Ultimate Warrior's death. During his April 2014 Hall of Fame speech, shortly before his death, he proposed that there be a special category called the Jimmy Miranda Award, which is Miranda used to be the merchandise guy, but unfortunately he's passed away now.
Yeah.
And what they do now is it's offensive to suggest what they do now is they give it to people,
fans usually, isn't it?
Yeah.
Exhibited unwavering strength and perseverance, and who lives life with the courage and compassion that embodies the indomitable spirit of the Ultimate Warrior.
And the first recipient of that award was a little boy by the name of Connor.
Connor Mahalik.
And now there is also a charity called Connor's Cure. I'm going to put a link in the doobly dub so that I don't have to
explain all that.
And then the other recipient was Joan London.
Yeah, who is a famous, she's a
TV host.
She's a broadcaster over here in the States. And she actually fought breast cancer several years ago. And she mostly took her sickness and made like a really big story out of it.
Yeah, she documented what she's going through. So there's that too. So we'll get to that too. But
so let's run down the inductees and the inductors.
And then, do you want me to say what they did?
Well, we don't need to go completely into it because some of these names are obvious, you know.
No, it's listed there. It's really short listed.
Sure, go for it. Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. The first one is Kurt Angle.
Unfortunately.
He's going to be inducted by John Cena.
What's your beef with Kurt Angle?
And it's not Kurt Angle. It's who's inducting him.
Yeah, I can.
He's going to be inducted by John Cena.
I can see that, but I can also see a very good reason why. Because John Cena's debut in the WWE was as a local competitor against Angle.
I
just don't like Angle that much.
Okay, and for those of you who don't know, he's the only Olympic gold medalist in wrestling.
He won the gold medal.
When he won it.
Kurt Angle won the gold medal in the gold medal for freestyle wrestling in the 1996 Olympic Games, Summer Olympic Games,
With a broken neck.
broken freaking neck.
Yeah.
As he
And the whole USA forgot about him after 10 years.
Okay, can I get to the stuff that he's done to get in there?
Go for it.
4-time WWF or WWE champion, heavyweight champion, 1-time WCW champion, and 2000 King of the Ring winner, and he's the third active wrestler to be inducted. I know one was Ric Flair. What was the other one?
No. Who else is in there?
Sting.
Ric Flair.
Sting was technically active when he went in, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, technically Sting was active when he went in.
Okay, the Rock and Roll Express.
They're being inducted by their longtime manager Jim Cornette, one of my favorite men in the world.
And if you don't know
Owen's manager.
If they don't know who they are, they're Ricky Morton, which is kind of ironic. Okay. And Robert Gibson. And the reason I'm saying Ricky Morton is ironic is because my brother-in-law's last name is Morton. Okay, and they're being inducted by Jim Cornette. Yay.
Who is one of the most sarcastic managers I have ever seen outside of the mouth of the South.
He's one of the most outspoken men in the wrestling world, and it's amazing that WWE's letting him come back. Yeah,
and they were 4-time NWA World Tag Team Champions when it was Mid-Atlantic. And
Mid-Atlantic territory.
And then 10-time SMW Tag Team Champions. I don't know.
Smoky Mountain Wrestling.
Smoky Mountain Wrestling, which is in Tennessee.
And
Cornette was booking it.
And then I think they were the NWA Tag Team Champions when it wasn't Mid-Atlantic.
It was when they were in the Northwestern America. I think it was North America Wrestling Association.
You're going back to the 80s for these guys, to be honest.
Yeah.
Some of them.
Yeah. Some of them will go back to the 90s, some of them will go back to the 80s, so just bear with us.
There's one here that's, I guess he'd be 90s, because Theodore Long's going in this year.
That's really good, because
that's
to a lot of fans, Theodore Long is that strange, bald-headed general manager who liked to either book people in tag team matches or in one-on-one matches with The Undertaker.
And he is also the guy that Taker looked back in and said, "Get ready," because what was that he said, Robin?
Buckle up, Teddy. And he was like, let me out of here.
Yeah, because he freaked out because Taker was taking him to hell.
But Teddy Long had a long career as a manager before that, and obviously he was a referee. He was a referee in the 90s. Yeah.
He was a referee the night that Owen Hart passed away.
He was actually. I found out too that Teddy actually has a lifetime contract with WWE.
And he is being inducted, and I think this is really awesome, by the APA, John Bradshaw.
That makes a lot of sense, because when Teddy was a manager in his early days, he was the manager of a group called Doom, and one of the guys in Doom was Ron Simmons.
Yeah. Wasn't he the manager of because Ron Simmons was in what was that
Doom.
that Owen was in? Nation of something.
Nation of Domination.
He was a referee during the time of the Nation of Domination. Which is
really weird, because it was like four. Okay, pardon my language here. 4 black guys, and then you had Owen Hart there.
Yeah,
black guys. So it was a little bit odd.
But it worked so well. It worked so well because of you could put Owen in any situation and it would work.
And speaking of people that should go in the Hall of Fame and haven't yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're still, and we all know why. Unfortunately, he will not go in the Hall of Fame because, and I'm not dissing the woman, but she
Let's not get into slander here.
Yeah, don't slander.
I said I wasn't dissing. I just said she needed to get over it. That's all I said.
She's already sued the WWE
15 times.
And he was a longtime referee, manager, and on-screen authority figure in the WWE.
Yes,
And
he was.
his favorite way to punish people was stick them in matches with Taker.
Yes,
He's-
Taker's one of his favorites.
There's out there on the internet somewhere is a flowchart which is Teddy Long. Teddy Long has come out to the ring. What is about to happen? And it's a flowchart, and it breaks up like, are there 4 people in the ring? If there are 4 people in the ring, go to a tag team match. If there are less, if there is only 1 person in the ring, are they a heel? If they are a heel, 1-on-1 with the Undertaker.
Yeah. Okay.
And if they are, even if they're not a heel,
1-on-1 with the Undertaker.
You'd still do it anyway.
Go
yeah.
find yourself a partner and have a tag team match with somebody else and the Undertaker.
Okay, this next one's kind of weird for me because of the storyline, but I'll get into that. Diamond Dallas Page.
Oh, DDP.
I
His
think
real name is,
I mean, I know it's kind of weird, but
whose real name is apparently Paige Falkenberg.
Yeah.
you know,
DD
he actually and it's very true. I actually heard that he actually saved Scott Hall's life.
Oh, he did.
Yes, he did.
He saved Scott Hall and Jake Roberts' life.
And Jake,
Yeah, he saved their life because he brought them to his home and actually did them got them to do detox at his house.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for me, the only thing I can think of when DDP comes up is, oh my god, he stalked Taker's wife. That was a storyline, but still, it was.
That was an awful storyline because he had a great career. Because what a lot of people don't notice is Paige is DDP is a lot older than he looks.
Yeah,
DDP started his career in WWE. I think he might have been over 40 when he started his career in WCW.
I think he was a driver at one of the WrestleManias.
Yeah, he was well into his 30s when he started wrestling.
Yeah, that's unusual.
That is unusual considering John Cena is on his way. Cena's on his way out, and he's like 35.
Okay,
no, he's not. He's almost 40.
Okay, stop. DDP is a 3-time.
I still know that.
Deanna,
sorry.
Stop ranting about John Cena. You can do it later when we get to his match.
When he proposes in the ring.
3-time WWE World Heavyweight Champion. 2-time United States Champion, and one-time WWF Tag Team Champion, and 4-time WCW World Tag Team Champion.
Who is he Tag Team Champion with? Does it say?
Chris Kanyon, I believe.
Yeah, Paige and Kanyon in WWE.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Deanna should like this next one. Beth Phoenix is going in this year.
Yep,
this is
that's
great.
a girl.
She's being inducted by Natty.
Yep. My other girl.
Oh, yeah, the divas of doom.
Hey, I like those girls.
Yeah, and she's a 1-time Divas champion.
Sadly.
3-time Women's champion.
Yep.
Yeah.
And she won the Slammy for Diva of the Year in 2008.
And she literally, on the Owen Hart biography DVD, she said that the reason that she came out with the Slammies so much is because she's paying tribute to Owen.
Yeah, that was so cool.
Yeah, she was doing a tribute to Owen.
She's also married to Edge.
Yes, she is.
And they have 2 kids. What are their names? Lyric
and Ruby.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, Lyric and Ruby are the kids' names.
So there's a cool little thing that isn't always discussed. Obviously, Beth went on to marry Edge, which is cool.
Yeah. Okay. This is the one Tom wanted me to get to. Ravishing Rick Rude.
I love Rick Rude. I do. I really do.
Is being inducted by Ricky Steamboat.
Mm.
I don't know how you feel about that.
Well, Ricky Steamboat.
Do you want to say how you feel about that?
Ricky Steamboat's probably as good as you could get, because ultimately, for me, the best person to have inducted Rude would have been Bobby Heenan, but he's really not well at the moment.
Yeah.
And I really don't. I'd have loved to have seen Bobby Heenan induct Rick Rude, but he's so not well at the moment. I mean, I keep reading news sites to see if he's passed. He's really unwell at the moment, and it would make me sad to see how bad he is.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
okay.
But
And-
I'd have loved him to have been there.
Yeah, so Ricky's gonna do it instead. Because Ricky Steamboat, quite frankly, for the age he is, looks really good.
Yes, he does.
I mean,
Or at least he did the last time I saw him.
Another one who could do
what he's
it.
been through.
Another one who could do it would be Jake Roberts, because Rick Rude and Jake Roberts had an awesome feud in the late 80s.
Yeah.
Where I don't know if you've seen it, but it is on YouTube. Rick Rude, after his matches, he used to pick a woman out the front row, get her into the ring, and kiss her.
He did that to Jake's wife.
And he did that, and he tried that with Jake the Snake's wife.
Yeah, that didn't go out very well.
It did. It didn't. Especially not in matches after that.
Oh shit!
In matches after that, he came out in tights that had Cheryl Roberts' face on the crotch.
Yeah, that didn't go over well either.
And okay. Sadly, he's a posthumous. I can't say that.
Posthumous. He's deceased.
He passed away in 1998. 1999, just before Owen.
Yeah, actually. He did. So he's going to be inducted by his wife or kid?
What?
Oh, well, yeah, who's going to accept it on his behalf?
Yeah, who's going to accept on his behalf?
Probably his kids.
Okay, he's a 3-time WCW International World Heavyweight Champion. I don't know what that means.
I think that used to be the old, that was the WCW version of the Intercontinental Championship.
Okay.
Yeah.
One-time WWF Intercontinental Champion. And
he won it off the Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah, and one-time United States Champion.
Yep.
Okay, now we get into the Warrior Award thing. Yay, I love this. It's Eric LeGrand and Dana Warrior, who is Ultimate Warrior's widow, does the inductions every year.
Yeah.
And he was a former Rutgers University football player, and he was paralyzed during the 2010 game against Amy. And he's a motivational speaker now.
Army. Oh yeah, I remember that guy. He got hurt. He took a tackle really, really hard, and they literally couldn't get him up off the field, and they literally had to get the EMS and stretcher out there. And they said that the guy
paralyzed from the neck down, isn't he?
Yeah,
I think it broke like 2 vertebrae in his neck or something.
Yeah, but he's gone on to be a renowned motivational speaker now. So he turned a negative into a positive.
He was actually able to finish college and get his degree.
Yeah. So, and they're inducting him because he didn't quit even when.
No, he didn't. He actually they told him he'd never play football again.
Well, but he didn't just give up on life and.
No.
There are a lot of people, history does back it up, who have had an injury like that and who have taken themselves out with one gunshot. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
he could have quite easily.
Look at Christopher. Well, not to get off topic, but look at Christopher Reeves, the original Superman.
Yeah.
I mean, that guy literally he never gave up.
So that's basically
that too.
In a nutshell, that's why he's getting that because. Yeah. All right.
Is that all of our Hall of Fame?
Yeah.
We don't have a celebrity this year?
Nope.
Wow, that's weird.
I wouldn't be surprised if something gets announced, maybe on maybe on Raw.
Yeah, Raw tonight.
If they were gonna put a celebrity in, who would you want it to be?
That's a hard thing to admit.
That's a hard thing to say. Because...
No, it's easy for me. It's Cyndi Lauper.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Cyndi Lauper.
Yeah.
If a celebrity, oh yeah, there's another one. Yeah, Motorhead inducted by Triple H. If
Unfortunately, sadly,
Lemmy passed away.
Lemmy passed away
in 2016. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's
for me, if a celebrity goes in this year, it's either Motorhead or Cyndi Lauper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Can I talk about Connor's cure? Because now I want to.
Yeah, go ahead.
Basically, he was an 8-year-old WWE fan who loved. I don't think loved is a big enough word. He loved Daniel Bryan.
Yes, he did. Very much so.
And they invited him to WrestleMania 30. He was at WrestleMania 30. He watched his hero win the WWE World Heavyweight title. Yay. And sadly, about 2 weeks after WrestleMania, no, 2 weeks.
No, 2. Yeah.
He passed away from pancreatic cancer.
No, brain tumor.
Same thing. Pediatric brain cancer.
Brain tumor. Yeah.
And so WWE started a charity called Connor's Cure. And they made bracelets for $5, and if you go on WWE Shop, you can buy them, and all the money goes towards helping families with kids who are suffering through cancer.
Suffering through childhood cancers.
And for the families for medical expenses. And
this charity was actually started by Stephanie.
Yeah, Stephanie McMahon and Triple H. And I think,
which, considering their heels on TV, is hilarious.
Yeah. And I think to date, they've raised about $250,000, and 50 families have been aided by it, and counting.
Yeah.
I would recommend. I'm not sure what year did Connor go into the Hall of Fame?
2015.
I'd recommend anybody who's got the WWE Network, and if you haven't got the WWE Network, why not? Because for $9.99, it's on the network.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm gonna post his tribute because WWE made him a tribute video.
Yeah, they did.
And I'm gonna post it.
He also beat Triple H clean.
He's got a pinfall victory over Triple H.
Robin, you need to try to find that clip. If you watch the clip on YouTube, basically what it was, Connor was in the ring with Triple H.
No, he was in the ring with Daniel and a referee, and Triple H jumped in the ring and bent down. He said, "Hit me," and Connor said, "I can't do that," but it wasn't like, "I'm 8 years old. You're a big guy."
It was, if I do that, it's gonna hurt. No, it was. Yeah. He said, "If I hit you, it's gonna hurt."
Yeah, the way he said, "I can't do that," was, if I hit you, it's gonna hurt.
Yeah,
and he met everybody. He met Brock Lesnar. He met The Shield. He met Undertaker. There's the cutest picture ever.
He actually told AJ Lee to stop the crazy.
And she did. She stopped the craziness and left the company. So
I've seen that whole clip, and he's like, you know what you should do? You should walk in the ring at WrestleMania 30, and you should say, "I give up," and lay the title in the ring. You have to promise. And she's like, "No, it's so hard to say no to you."
Yeah.
So that's where that came from. Buy the bracelets, and I think they have bandanas now.
Yeah, they do. They did the
last. Let's roll forward to WrestleMania 33.
Can't believe
we're in Florida.
Yay!
WrestleMania 33.
Last year we were in Dallas, and next year they are coming back to New Orleans.
Louisiana, yeah. But we're in Florida, not Texas, as I accidentally said a few days ago.
Yeah, okay, I am going to go down to the bottom of this because there's a couple matches that haven't been confirmed yet, and they're listed on here somewhere.
Okay.
Oh, maybe they're not there.
I would imagine we're going to open with the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, aren't we?
I don't know. No.
Okay, I'm gonna do the rumored matches first, so that way, in case they are there. Okay, the first rumored one is Seth Rollins versus Triple H.
That's gonna happen. That can be all, but
happening.
That will happen.
It's not confirmed, but yeah.
That's happening.
Yeah.
You can pretty much bet.
And Seth Rollins has to win it.
Because, as I will say this, I will say it, I said it with Randy, and I'll say it again, you cannot trust Triple H as far as you can throw him.
No.
Randy
will
Orton
turn on
learned
you.
that the hard way twice. Well, no, not actually twice. Actually, Randy knew it. But
Randy turned on them.
But Seth Rollins should have known that eventually teaming up with Hunter would come back to bite him in his ass.
Yeah.
There is absolutely no reason for Triple H to win this match.
Well,
Not really.
he can win it because he can book himself to win it, but that's kind of
But there's no reason.
What's the motive for him to win it? I mean, he hardly wrestles anymore.
Yeah.
So I mean, what's the motive for him to win this match?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so I'd say Seth Rollins is winning it, and somebody brought up a good point on a group I'm on. Technically, in the WWE, the curb stomp move is a banned move.
Yeah,
Triple H has said on Raw that this match is unsanctioned. Could we see Seth finish Triple H with a curb stomp because the match is unsanctioned?
If it's unsanctioned, they can do anything. So
yeah.
If it's unsanctioned, it's basically no holds barred.
I'm going with Seth Rollins.
Yeah, same.
Okay. And the other rumor match is American Alpha versus the Usos for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships.
Now, I can see that happening. Because the Usos just got the title back.
Yeah. Last week.
And this is is this their first heel run as champions?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it's their first title run since they went heel. For an idea I've got post WrestleMania, which I will discuss later when we get to another match, I'm going to say the Usos retain the titles, and I'll explain a bit later.
I think they will just because they just got them.
Yeah.
They're not gonna. Okay. So I guess we'll up Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. We don't know who's in it.
But
No,
I think I know who wins it.
The only people who have announced that they're going to be in it are Apollo Crews and Mojo Rawley.
Yeah.
And Big Show.
Yeah. Well, Big Show's always in it though, because he hasn't won it yet.
Maybe Braun
He has.
Strowman.
He won it the second year.
Oh yeah. That's right. I forgot.
Okay. This is where Deanna gets a rant. John Cena and Nikki Bella versus The Miz.
Hang on, we haven't had a winner for the Andre the Giant yet.
People in it yet?
I think Strowman wins it.
Yeah.
I'm going with Cruz.
Okay.
Strowman hasn't been announced for it, but I can see him dominating in it and winning it.
I'm probably gonna be wrong, but I say Cruz just.
I'm gonna say Mojo. I'm just gonna say. I don't know.
Because hardly anybody's been announced for it. Pretty much, you can pick anybody as a potential winner.
I'm gonna have to say Braun Strowman though, because he's huge. Braun Strowman or Big Show.
Yeah.
So
I'm on the fence.
Let's go for Diana's rant match then.
Okay, John Cena and Nikki Bella versus The Miz and Maurice. Who do you think is gonna win? Cena and Bella.
Yep, and I'll tell you for why. Because there's rumors. There are rumors circulating that Cena and Nikki are going to win the match, and he's going to propose. At the end of the match.
I heard that.
And they can build an entire season of Total Bellas around it.
To which I say, finally, God.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, actually. Okay, I'm not actually going to rant about this because I'm hitting it. I can't believe I'm actually saying this, but as much as I fully detest John Cena, I have always liked Nikki as a person because I think she's a good person. Also, I think Maurice and Miz took this one a little too far because, and I'm speaking just because I actually can say this now because I'm a married woman and I know what I'm talking. I can't say I know what I'm talking about, but I know if I was in Nikki's position and it was my man in the ring and Maurice slapped my man, yeah, I'd go out there and I'd slap her from one end of the ring to the other.
My thing is, Miz says John Cena's jealous and all this crap when it's actually the other way around.
Okay, I'm just gonna ask this because I'm gonna ask a man opinion, and Tom, I want an honest opinion on this. Who's better looking, Nikki or Maurice?
Maurice.
I'm inclined to agree with that, but I want John Cena and Nikki to win because honestly, Miz says all this stuff about how John and Nikki are jealous and everything like that, when actually it's the other way.
Because
yeah, I think he's more jealous of. But the thing about Miz is that he's always had a mouth, but I think that
I don't know where.
I don't know what.
And I don't know where I heard.
I really don't. Unless
okay, I heard this from.
I've watched some of Total Divas, and Miz and Maurice come across as really, really good on that show. Like Maurice on that show, Maurice comes across as addicted to adopting dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Miz is actually nice, but
Miz is just a funny, nice guy.
I've heard. I don't know where I heard this from, and no, I didn't hear it from Taker. But if you have to go to the ring every week and say how good you are, then you're not that good.
Yeah.
The thing is the Miz's character works so well.
Yeah, it works for him.
It does because he loves to play out. Because when he was on Real World, and I did watch him when he was on Real World because I used to be into that show. When he was on Real World, he was kind of arrogant, but he wasn't. But it was a funny kind of arrogant. You know what I mean? The way his character has worked, the way his character has gone, is he doesn't need to win his matches. No.
He can lose to John Cena and Nikki Bella at WrestleMania and not lose a step from it because he can come back. He could pop up on SmackDown and say, "Well, obviously Cena was going to win. He had an unfair advantage, the power of love, or something like that, and it would work."
Yeah. The only thing that
use love as a foreign object or something.
The one thing that actually before this match came around, I heard a rumor, and it was never I'm glad this never really happened because if it would have happened, I probably would have been screaming bloody murder. There was a rumor going around that it was going to be Dean Ambrose and
Renee Young.
I guess I can say it, Renee Young. They're out now. Renee Young, and I heard that Dean went to, I think it was Vince, or it might have been Pat Patterson or Art Anderson or somebody in the back, and he said, "Look, I don't want to put Renee in a position where she gets hurt.
Yeah,
she's not a wrestler; she's an interviewer.
She can still slap though.
Yeah, slap. But the thing about it is that Dean did not want to put her in a position where she could get hurt." And it was the fact that he actually went to somebody and said, "Look, I don't want her in this. She's not a wrestler. You're gonna have to find somebody else." And I really, and I kind of hold Dean to high respect in that area because most guys would have been like, "Oh yeah, she can get in the ring, she can do whatever." But I hold Dean to respect for that, and I also hold Cena and Nikki to some respect because instead of WWE forcing Dean and Renee to do it, they found somebody else to do it.
It would have been. I think it would have been interesting if it had been the original pairing though, because Renee obviously has been a wrestling fan for longer than I've been alive. She's older than I am. She's been a wrestling fan for a very long time. She probably would have loved to have had the match.
I think probably would have, but
and she'd have been. And in the ring with Maurice, she'd be so safe. So,
but at the same time, I understand where Dean's coming from on it.
This is hardly a last man standing match with Brock Lesnar kind of idea.
And speaking of the Bella Twins, I have to say something.
Bree,
Congratulations to Daniel and Bree.
Yep.
Have they had it yet?
No.
But they are
We'll know when they do.
parents. And Bree looks. I follow Bree on. I have Bree on Facebook, and she posted yesterday a picture of herself. She did the pregnancy photos, and she looks really good. Pregnancy looks really good on her.
You want to subscribe to the Bella Twins on YouTube?
YouTube, yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't.
Daniel Bryan is Bryan Danielson is brilliant on that.
He's
So
becoming
congratulations.
Somebody was asking some. I had a friend of mine ask me the other day who watches wrestling. She was asking me something. She said, "Who do you think would look?" She said, "What do you think Nikki Bella would look like if she was carrying Johnson's baby?" And I said, "Well, if Brie is any indication of what Nikki would look like, then you pretty well have a good idea."
Yeah. So congratulations to Bree and Brian.
But do you think we will see Cena and Nikki win and we'll see the proposal? Do you think?
I hope so, because I know that he's been.
That'd be
I know.
Lovely feel-good moment, wouldn't it?
I know that he's
Is that
been
where you
through a
got
lot.
that from?
Huh?
Is that where you got that idea from, Tom?
It's
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes. That is exactly where I got that idea from. Yes.
Okay.
Okay,
yeah.
You might have to catch me up. I'm lost.
Okay, basically he had an idea for DOD where Roman faces Taker as usual, and Roman wins, and then after the match he proposes to Angel in the ring at WrestleMania in front of everybody.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
I also did a version of that in one of my stories a while back.
Okay.
But I did it the night. I had it happen the night after on Raw.
But I will say this.
In the ring at WrestleMania though is amazing. Anyway, shall we actually go on to, since we've mentioned Roman Reigns?
No, we'll get to it. I think is it after the? Yeah, it's after. Okay, it's after this next one. But this next one is Shane McMahon versus AJ Styles.
Okay, now somebody tell me what the hell AJ Styles was thinking.
This is an interesting. That's
all I can
match.
say. What the hell was AJ Styles thinking attacking Shane McMahon? Because it's one thing when Stephanie gets attacked, we all laugh and we all think it's funny. But have you guys noticed that whenever it comes to Shane, anytime it's come to Shane, even back in the 90s,
he will fight back.
People always hated when he got hurt. People always hated when Shane got attacked.
Everybody loves Shane.
Yeah.
Okay, my mom brought up an interesting point. Shane McMahon is really pissed off.
Yeah.
And rightfully so. Last year.
Yeah, because I heard a rumor a couple of months back.
I've got a theory for this as well.
Can I finish my point?
Yeah.
He jumped off the Hell in a Cell, and he wasn't pissed off.
Nope.
Can you imagine what he's going to do when he is?
Yeah.
A blimp flies across. Shane's on a ladder. Shane hanging on a rope ladder from a blimp.
Yeah. Shane's going to do something nuts.
Well,
no more ropes hanging people. Ugh.
I've got an interesting theory about this match. Firstly, AJ Styles is winning it.
No,
hell no.
And I'll tell you for why. Because we've got a draft coming up. Can you see this match ending with AJ winning it, right? And then there's another match where somebody in power is fighting a wrestler they don't like. What about if both power people lose and they swap the wrestlers over. So we
Okay,
get
yeah, 'cause-
Rollins on SmackDown and AJ on Raw.
Yeah, because that's another thing that's happened since we did this last. Is now there's a brand extension again.
Yeah,
Yep.
which is the thing.
So you've got certain people on Raw, certain people on SmackDown. Everybody's drafted except one.
Yeah. And that's for your reign.
The Undertaker is undrafted, and he said to Stephanie, and I quote, "I will go where I want when I want."
Yep.
So he's not affiliated to, even though SmackDown is his home. He's not affiliated to.
So my theory is that AJ Styles wins the match, and I think it's going to happen similarly to what happened in the Taker match last year, which is Shane's going to go too far, do something ridiculous, and kill himself and like hurt himself, and then AJ I don't mean literally, he does a jump. Oh, Shane McMahon just died. Let's get on with the show. No, I mean he'll do something, and he'll quote unquote knock himself out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like he did at Survivor Series.
Elbow drop through a table. Somebody moves out of the way, or
like he did at Survivor Series when him and Roman collided with each other.
Swings a chair and it bounces off the ropes or something like that.
Yeah.
Did you
know that, Tom?
Huh?
At Survivor Series, when
he got legit concussed, didn't he?
Yeah.
That was not Roman. I don't think that was anybody's fault, but
that one was just an accident. But yeah,
that's what happens when you jump into a spear.
I'm guessing based on the explosive reactions from the two of you that you don't see AJ Styles winning this one.
No, not really. Okay, moving on up. My favorite match. We're gonna find out. We are going to find out whose yard it is at WrestleMania.
I have never bet against Taker, and I never will.
I'm conflicted.
That's funny because I'm betting against Taker.
I'm conflicted.
Yeah, I knew this was. Actually, the night it was announced that Taker was facing Roman, I texted Robin and I'm like,
what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
What do you mean I'm okay? I was like, what are you gonna do? And she goes, what do you mean? I'm like, what are you gonna do about Roman and Taker? And she goes, I have no freaking idea.
I gave you a good idea, but
root for both of them. I don't know. I've done that before.
I've got two possible outcomes.
Oh dear.
And the two possible outcomes depend entirely upon one question, and it's a question you don't want me to ask, but it's a question I'm going to ask. Is this Undertaker's last match?
The rumors are flying again, but they do every year. So
if this is Undertaker's last match, then
Reigns call him out on his age. But how old is he again?
52.
52.
If this is his last match, he loses clean.
Yeah.
Hang on, no. Actually, yeah. If it's his last match, he loses clean.
My problem with that though is that will kill Roman's career so fast.
Yes, it will.
I don't think it. I don't know because I've got a theory for what to do with Roman after beating Undertaker. But the other outcome. Well, I'll go into that in a second. The other outcome is if this is not Taker's last match.
Yeah. And
Taker's going to go one more, which I would love to see him do. I'd love to see him go to one more because the match in New Orleans, Louisiana next year is in the same arena the Streak died.
Yeah. Okay.
That's poetic. That's poetic if he goes out in that arena.
I have to say something to all the people that are pissed off because the Streak died, and yes, I am still. Not as much as it was, but there's more to his legacy than that. His legacy are his soup. He said it himself. His legacy is his soup bones.
Yeah.
His legacy is being able to adapt to the eras. That's his legacy.
And speaking of that, last November, was it last Survivor Series?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He celebrated. No, it was the one. It was 2015. He celebrated 25 years with the company.
Yeah.
So.
But
So-
there's actually one thing that a lot of people don't know, and I've been wondering if this is actually true, but they say this. When Lesnar went around bragging after WrestleMania 30 about beating Taker, they actually said that Vince went back and took the win away from Lesnar.
And that was the thing. Taker came back to get revenge on Lesnar, but it wasn't because the streak broke. It was because Paul Heyman wouldn't shut up.
Yeah, it was because Paul Heyman would not
That
shut
was
up.
why.
And the
But anyway.
Lesnar did
So as I'm my two outcomes, should he continue on for another year, I would have Taker win it, but he makes Roman Reigns look like about $4.5 billion.
Yeah, that's fine.
He takes the beating of a lifetime, but just comes out on top.
Yeah, I can see that.
The reason I've got Roman to win, though, is if Roman wins it, well, ultimately, walking into a match at WrestleMania against The Undertaker, you are a heel. That is what you are.
That is
You're not going to
automatic.
get you're not going to get a WrestleMania crowd to boo The Undertaker. So Roman Reigns is going to be going into that match. It's going to be a case of Taker will do his entrance, Roman Reigns' music will hit, and it will be the equivalent of a boo, as if Hitler walked into a synagogue.
Yeah.
They will be throwing things. They will be booing him. You know,
he is going to have to turn heel for this.
So he's going to have to be a heel. So why not embrace it, right? And fight the match as a nasty, horrible street thug, and then cheat to beat The Undertaker.
And the thing is,
why not channel Dean a little bit?
Be crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Completely. Beat Taker down, you know. Beat Taker down, do some nasty stuff, and then my theory post WrestleMania, which I said for Roman, is you get him onto SmackDown.
Yeah, but the thing about that was like, it seems to me when the WWE wants something, and like, okay, everybody wanted Goldberg to come back. Now that he's back, people won't stop complaining.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's no wonder WWE doesn't listen to
its employees that much.
Because
fans.
What I'd do post Mania is I'd get Roman. I'd have him come out on the Raw after WrestleMania, and I'd have him cock of the walk, walking around. You know, I killed The Undertaker. I'm the guy who killed The Undertaker. He's gone now. I killed The Undertaker. I'm amazing. And Stephanie comes out and fires him. And he goes to SmackDown.
Oh, okay.
She comes out and fires him.
No!
He goes to SmackDown, where he joins up with the Usos, who are the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, and starts a Samoan the Samoan family's like mafia.
Actually,
Roman Reigns with the Roman Reigns with the WWE World Championship. And the Usos with the tag titles.
Okay, but we have one minor problem. Well, not minor problem, actually, because it wouldn't work. The question is, Dean and Roman are still brothers. How would Dean react to this whole his brothers going nuclear thing?
Well, that's the beauty of it. They're on different brands at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm saying Roman goes to SmackDown.
If Roman goes to SmackDown, you've got an immediate feud right off the bat.
Yeah. Okay. Can we move on?
What the hell did you do, Roman? You know, what kind of idiot are you to beat The Undertaker by hitting him in the back of the head with a steel pipe or whatever? You know.
That won't work though.
How could you do that to Undertaker? If the referee's not looking.
He was kind of handpicked by Taker when they had that match. So
Yeah, so
They had
what, you could have a feud based on Dean going, I thought I was crazy. You kicked the Undertaker in the balls. What are you? You know, you're mad. You know, I thought I was supposed to be the lunatic, but you're mental. You know, there's no way you killed the Undertaker. He'll come back for you.
Okay. So who do we think is going to win?
Roman.
Taker.
Tom.
I'll go Roman because I think the one where he went this is Taker's last match is more likely.
And I am on the fence because I like both of them. So, all right. So the next one is Dean Ambrose versus Baron Corbin for the Intercontinental title. Dean.
Corbin.
Of course.
Usually.
I think.
Dana, did you happen to see the forklift thing?
Yes. I screamed a bloody murder for like 5 seconds.
That was amazing.
That was scary.
I was scared.
That moment reminds.
That was also not in the script.
I was actually when I pulled it up on YouTube because my friend Angie called and told me about it, and I was like, okay, hold on. So I pulled it up on YouTube, and Curtis was asleep, and I screamed bloody murder, and he goes, "What the hell is wrong with you?" I was like, "You got a fucking forklift, you acting stupid."
Deanna, I should also let you know that Corbin got in big trouble for that because that was off script.
Yeah.
Oh wow, I didn't know that one.
So
that moment reminded me a lot of the halftime heat match for the WWF Championship between The Rock and Mankind.
Okay, I remember that, but I don't.
It was an empty arena match. Rock was the champion, and this was at the Rock was the champion, and it was there was nobody in the arena, just the two guys and Vince on commentary.
I remember that, but I don't. I remember the match. I just don't remember what happened.
You know what that reminds me of? And I don't know
the finish.
Well, Robin might. Do you remember when a certain Mexican wrestler ran over a certain big monster's so-called partner?
Yeah.
The finish of the match was in the packing area of the arena. Mankind knocked The Rock down, and a big forklift full of I think it was like pop cans.
Yeah.
And he lowered it down onto The Rock's chest and climbed on top of the forklift. And the referee counted the pinfall. And the whole time, The Rock is underneath there, swearing at him. Go, you goddamn son of a bitch! You know, The Rock's mouth is going a mile a minute while Mankind won the championship from that. And Vince is on commentary, and he's like, "No, God, no, I don't want him to be champion. No." It was amazing.
Okay, so the next one is for the Cruiserweight title. And it's Neville versus Austin Aries.
Aries.
I don't really have a pick in this match because, well, I would say Neville because I like the guy, but I never liked Austin Aries.
I'm going with Aries.
Like I never did like Austin Aries because in TNA he was so arrogant.
Yeah. I'm going with Aries.
I'm just since we're talking about Austin Aries, who used to be affiliated with TNA. I just want to pop this out there really quick. There has been confirmed talks that WWE will be getting the return of two brothers who unfortunately have gone off their rockers.
That's unconfirmed.
Jeff Hardy. I don't care about
that. That has been confirmed that WWE will be receiving the return of two very crazy brothers who one of them has gone completely off his rocking chair.
It's unconfirmed. It's unconfirmed.
It's confirmed. It just got confirmed the other day.
Okay, well, I don't think they won't be the Broken Hardys. I don't think because.
Can I make a side point? Can I make a thing on that?
Yeah.
Can I say something? Taker possibly gave Matt the worst advice ever.
Yeah,
Because
he did.
Matt went to take her to say, like, because he wanted out of his contract, and he went to take her and said, "How do I get out of this?" And Taker's like, "Okay, just act like an idiot, right?" And he didn't stop.
Like an idiot.
Unfortunately, he didn't stop acting like an idiot after he got out.
No, actually, when he first got to TNA, he was okay. He was the regular Matt. But when he started drinking and driving and getting pulled over, and Vince had to pay for like the $1,500 rehab.
Yeah.
Then it just went
the broken Matt Hardy character is amazing though.
Okay.
But it's freaky.
But the current situation, as of what I've heard, is that TNA are claiming that they own the character, and they're because it was created under their time, they're trying to claim that they own the character, and as such, they're asking for a percentage of whatever the Hardys make from the character. So
they won't be coming back as the Broken Hardys.
So I would say it's very unlikely they'll be in as the Broken Hardys, unless WWE have lawyered up.
Yeah.
I heard something about
WWE could very easily lawyer up and say, "Look, TNA, shut up."
Well, Vince does have more lawyers than Dixie Carter does right now.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay, next.
They're not owned by Dixie Carter. Doesn't own the company anymore. They're owned by a Canadian entertainment company, Anthem Sports and Entertainment. They're the company that own the Fight Network in your neck of the woods, Robin.
Yeah. Okay, can we move on now?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, the next one is Gallows and Anderson versus Enzo and Cass versus Sheamus and Cesaro for the Raw Tag Team Championship.
Enzo and Cass.
It's Enzo and Cass's time.
Yeah.
I have to say this. When I first saw Enzo and Cass, I was kind of skeptical, and then Enzo started cutting the promos, and I was like, wow, this guy is freaking talented. Both on mic and in the ring, and Cass is too.
The thing is, Cass, Enzo's got the charisma.
Mm-hmm.
Really letting him show off his talent, because if you notice, he's the one that always gets beaten to a pulp.
Yeah.
Enzo and Cass, if you want an allegory from history, are like 2017's New Age Outlaws.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
The New Age Outlaws always used to come out. Road Dogg would do a load of talking, a load of spiel, then he would get the absolute shit beaten into him for the majority of the match. He'd tag in Billy Gunn, who'd win the match.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, this one's interesting. Alexa Bliss versus every available woman on the SmackDown Live roster.
Yeah.
And so far, it's... Hold on.
Becky Lynch,
Natty. Mickie James, Natty, and Carmella.
Mm-hmm.
And they're hoping Naomi will come back. They don't know about Eva Marie. And they don't know about Tamina.
Here's a thought. Could somebody...
What the hell?
My phone.
Here's a thought. Because they've said it's any available woman,
Yeah.
could it be SmackDown where Emma returns?
Maybe.
Possibly.
Could it or could
No, but
it,
it's no, she's on Raw, and it's every available woman on the SmackDown Live.
well, anybody,
Who's on Raw?
any women, could we have somebody debut from NXT then?
Maybe. That's more
What about
likely.
Asuka?
Possibly.
If Asuka loses her championship, if Asuka loses her title at the NXT show on the Saturday night,
Yeah, that's a possibility.
could she debut in this match, win the title?
What a freaking WrestleMania moment that would be for her.
Possibly, yeah, because I heard
From what I hear, she's very good.
I mean, I don't know much about her, but I've heard that she's been a lot of trouble backstage
Yeah.
with her little diva attitude.
Yeah, that's not a good thing.
I think she'd be great if it'd be great if they did that, But I think if we've got to go off somebody who's in the match, then I think if she's back, Naomi. If she's not back, then I think you keep the belt on Alexa and you have her somehow come out on top.
This might seem weird, but I'm going with Mickey James.
I want Natty to win.
Okay.
It's
Now
been
this
a
is an
long
interesting.
Natty actually won a title.
Okay, the next one is also it's the Raw one. Charlotte, Sasha, Bailey, and Nia Jax in a fatal 4-way.
Bailey has to win it.
I'm going with
Yeah.
Okay. This is my problem. I don't like Nia Jax.
Mm-mm.
I like Charlotte,
No.
but I like Bailey and Sasha.
Yeah, that's my deal.
I suspect Sasha's going heel soon.
But okay, but
I have
that being said,
another erroneous reason for not liking Nia Jax, but
what?
I won't bring that up.
She's just so you guys know, she's Samoan, so she fits into the whole.
Yep.
Yeah, she's Rob's cousin.
She's Roman's cousin.
Nia Jax would be a candidate for the woman in my Roman Reigns-led Samoan family's mafia.
Okay, and this is the thing about Charlotte. I don't like her, but at the same time, when she's in the ring, she acts just like her dad.
Uh-huh.
And they actually got it right this time because it works.
Yeah.
You've got to give props to Charlotte. How far she's come in a year.
Yeah. And this time, but outside of the ring, she's nothing like her dad at all.
No. She's complete. But, I mean, I don't know how true this is, but I have heard that part of Charlotte's check goes into paying Rick's debts. Because you know he's still in debt up to his eyeballs.
Yeah. But, so I'm going to go with Bailey or Sasha.
Yeah, I'm going to go with either one of them.
I'm gonna say Bailey, and I'm gonna say Sasha turns on her immediately after the match.
Maybe.
It could happen.
Because I think your next feud is Sasha versus Bailey.
Yeah. All right.
Charlotte's already busy in this feud with Dana Brooke.
Yeah, that was I was glad to see that finally.
Yeah, I figured that was going to happen sooner or later.
Okay, next one. Canadians fighting each other here. Chris Jericho versus Kevin Owens for the U.S. Championship.
Jericho versus Owens. Two Canadians fighting for the most American championship on the roster.
How ironic.
If Owens were to win it, I'd absolutely love it if he rechristened it as the Canadian Championship, just as a Lance Storm dig.
I'm gonna have to go with Chris Jericho because I don't particularly like him, but I don't like Kevin Owens.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Jericho because Owens, honestly, anytime he has a championship, is just a big know-it-all.
Well, given that Jericho's a part-timer and is going away soon for a tour, Owens is winning it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry to use logic, but.
Scroll. Here's an interesting one. This is Bray Wyatt for the WWE Championship.
This feud is backwards to me.
This feud is funny.
It's funny, but it's backwards. Randy Orton, the babyface, burned down the heel's house
and did not get in trouble for that.
But the thing is, Randy Orton got to Bray Wyatt in a way that nobody else has.
Yeah, the thing about it is that you have the thing that Bray Wyatt does. I think he's figuring it out, but he doesn't know it yet. Randy Orton did have a feud with Taker, so he picked up mind tricks. Randy Orton can play mind tricks on just about anybody. I mean, look what he did to Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, Bray Wyatt lost to Taker at WrestleMania.
Yeah, they both have, remember?
So,
and Survivor Series.
Yeah, so here's the thing. if Randy Orton can show up out of nowhere and RKO the Beast, and then completely do a completely 180, and then become sort of, in a sense, you know,
that was the most elaborate plan I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, and then automatically make Bray Wyatt think he's on his side, but then automatically turn on him and pull sort of a Taker thing out of his hat. It just goes to show you that Orton has always been an underestimated person, because Randy Orton does have the ability to freaking scare the hell out of anybody.
So who's winning it for you?
Orton.
It goes against everything inside me to say it, because I really want Bray Wyatt to hang on to the title for some time. But because I've got this theory of Roman Reigns going to SmackDown and taking over SmackDown, I'm going to say Orton wins it to be a transitional champion for Reigns.
Okay.
But
at least
Reigns,
we did. I will say this.
Going over, I'd keep it on Bray. I really would.
Really quick, I'll say this. At least we got spared another Randy Orton versus John Cena match.
Yeah, thank you for that. WWE Universal Championship, Goldberg and Lesnar.
Okay, this is my thing on this whole match. Everybody obviously knows I do not like Lesnar, but I don't know Goldberg that well. I can't really pick anybody because I don't know Goldberg well enough to say that I could pick him, and I'm definitely not going to pick Lesnar.
I'm picking Brock.
I'm picking Goldberg.
I'm picking
and I'm
Brock.
not picking either one of them because, like I said, I honestly don't. I know Goldberg is the one that, sort of ended Brett's career, but I don't know.
That was an accident.
It was an accident. But I don't know much about him prior to anything that he's done, because I heard rumors about Goldberg. I know who he is by reputation, but I don't know him well enough in the ring to say that I could pick him as champion.
I think Brock wins it, and I think he goes into a feud, because the night on Raw, Brock Lesnar comes out. Paul Heyman cuts a promo about how they vanquished Goldberg just like they vanquished the Undertaker, and I think we set up for a feud: Brock Lesnar versus a returning Finn Balor.
Oh yeah, he's supposed to come back.
Yeah, because
he's fit. He never lost the championship,
and he still gets a rematch.
What about a couple of months, Balor versus Brock?
That'd be fun.
That would be good. Okay, I do have one quick question. Are they putting the UK championship on a brand, or is it going to be a NXT
is that exclusively an NXT thing?
Well,
it's an NXT thing.
There was a rumor that they were going to do a live, they were going to do a show on the network, WWE UK, sort of like 205 Live.
Yeah, where they do the cruiserweight.
That was a rumor, but so far it's only been defended once on NXT. So I don't know.
Okay.
I'd be absolutely fine with it being the second championship for NXT.
Oh, cool. Okay.
I'd be happy with it being like the NXT TV Championship sort of thing. The next, the NXT's Intercontinental Championship, if you will.
Yeah.
I'd be happy with that. The guy who won it, interestingly enough, Tyler Bate, lives about 10 miles from me.
Cool.
Nice.
And the guy he defended it against, Trent Seven, lives about 15 miles away from me.
Wow.
And Pete Dunne is from the same city as me.
Holy crap.
Rockstar Spud was born in the same hospital as me.
Okay, put that on the weirdness scale.
There's a lot of British wrestlers from the West Midlands.
You got a lot of connections there.
I'm
bro.
gonna regret asking this, and some people are gonna go, "Wait, what the hell does she care?" Does anybody know what the hell happened to Wade Barrett?
He's
I know
gone
he
into movie. He's gone into movies.
Oh,
Oh.
cool.
Okay, yeah.
He's going under his real name, Stu Bennett.
Ryback.
Oh, okay, because well, the reason I ask is because
There was
I
a
was
rumor.
getting kind of curious because I know he left the company, and I was wondering what he was doing outside of.
There's a rumor he's coming back to SmackDown Live.
What else?
I hope they kind of give it. I hope they can kind of actually. I don't know if I'm actually going to say this because I hated the guy so long, but I hope they actually can do something with him this time.
Well, he's doing so well in films. I actually put out a tweet and got it got it retweeted by him, which was if Daniel Craig is leaving the role of James Bond, then there's only one man for the job, Stu Bennett, because he's a handsome, tall, dark-haired man who could do his own stunts.
James Bond.
He'd be a great Bond.
He could do James Bond.
You know,
also. In the interim, too, Ryback got released.
Yeah.
JR got released. That was stupid.
Oh, JR got released on health reasons.
JR, I don't know if you've read this, but
his wife passed.
Yeah.
His in such a terrible way. She was on a scooter and she collided with a vehicle. From what the news reports I read said, she had an insane brain injury.
That's what I read. Yeah,
and she died a couple of days later. So, condolences to Jim Ross at this terrible time.
His family.
JR, we're all thinking of you, buddy.
Love you, JR.
Even though you're not going to see this, but
yeah,
I'll put it out there.
I tweeted out to him, and sympathies,
and
because
the thing is, if there's anything good to come out of this, she was an organ donor.
Yeah.
And
they've already found people to. They've already found matches
for her lungs, her kidneys, and her liver,
and her heart.
We've got a lot to thank Mrs. Ross, Jan Ross, for, because she was the rock that brought Jim Ross through his Bell's palsy.
Yep.
Yeah.
She was the one who kept letting us have good old JR back.
Yeah.
And so a lot of respect for that. Ryback, and interestingly,
I think it's very. I mean, I know it's got to be hard on him, but I think him saying that he's going to be in Orlando on WrestleMania definitely shows that he is hurting, but in a way, he's trying to keep himself, I think, distracted.
I wonder if they give her the Warrior Award next year.
And also, apparently,
maybe they will.
They could.
She loved WrestleMania week. She loved it. He said she loved it.
That's what I'm thinking. Could you do you reckon they might give her the Warrior Award next year?
Maybe.
I think they should. I really think they should, because, I mean, she did a lot to help JR, and she loved the company, so I think it's only fair.
Give her the Warrior Award next year.
People like Michelle McCool, who doesn't even work for the company anymore, were sending.
Yeah, there was everybody was sending out
condolences.
JR, even actors that liked wrestling were even sending out condolences to JR.
Yeah.
Well, Jim Ross is the voice of WWE for so many people.
The only reason that I even found out about that was because JBL said something on SmackDown. He said, when she got into the accident, he's like, "We're all thinking of you, JR," and I was like, "What's going on with JR? That's not good."
I only found out after she passed, because there was a tweet on Jim Ross's timeline. It's all over. My angel has gone.
No, a priest gave my wife her last words.
Yeah.
tonight. My little angel's gone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I heard when it showed up on Facebook that she was in critical condition. I pulled it up and I was reading it, and they said she was on life support, and I was like, well, maybe she'll pull through. And then when it came out that
Thursday morning.
with a brain injury as severe
Yeah,
as what I've read,
when it came out that she passed away, I was like, oh my God, JR is
with a
going to be heartbroken.
with a brain injury
Yeah.
like this though, like she suffered.
Wasn't
It's
wasn't
better
she
to go than.
technically? Do you guys know, because I know they didn't say anything about it here, but was she technically brain dead when she got to the hospital? Did they say?
I don't know, but all I've read is she had such a severe brain injury that even if she pulled through, it wouldn't have been any sort of life for her.
They haven't said anything about that.
She'd have probably been like a vegetable on tubes and stuff for the rest of her life. So that is no life for anybody. I mean, I've told people if I'm ever in an accident where that's my future, put me down.
Don't bother.
Put me down. Don't waste your time.
I do know she wasn't wearing a helmet. Sadly.
Yeah.
I do know that both the car and the Vespa caught on fire.
Yeah.
And I do know that the guy driving the car is 17 years old.
You can't blame you. This is a situation where it probably would have helped if she was wearing a helmet, but you can't blame anybody involved. This is just a tragic accident.
You can't really.
This is one of those tragic accidents.
Yeah, my thing is she probably wasn't wearing a helmet because she wasn't going too far from home.
Yeah.
And she probably figured, okay, I'm not going that far. I'll be fine.
And therein lies your argument. You should always wear a helmet.
And she probably had done this 1,000 times before, and nothing had ever happened. So
you never know. You could just be popping round the corner to the shops, and that could be your last thing.
Yeah.
So,
but she had no way of knowing that was going to happen.
No. It was just one of those things.
It's my personal thing now. Whenever I'm to never leave a conversation unfinished.
Yeah,
just in case I never speak to that person again.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, there's been a lot going on in the last 2 years.
Ryback, interestingly enough, and to get off this horrible subject,
but the thing is, JR
legally changed his name.
Yeah.
To Ryback. He pulled a warrior.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, JR, we love you. And
we love you, JR.
Hang in there, bro. But yeah, Ryback legally changed his name to Ryback.
Yeah.
To Ryback Reeves, I think, or Ryan Ryback.
I think it was Ryback Reeves.
To get out of WWE's legal.
Yeah, to get out of WWE's legal ties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, you can't sue me because it's my name.
Yep.
What else has happened?
Vince, and I don't know if it's confirmed yet, but there is rumors that Vince is buying Ring of Honor.
Vince apparently sniffed around buying Ring of Honor in the summer of last year.
Yeah.
And they're talking about that there was a possibility that he was. Well, there was a rumor going around that he was going to buy TNA, but I think Shane talked him out of that one. Thank God.
So yeah, we've got a big WrestleMania weekend ahead of us. Possibly the last match of the Undertaker's career.
God willing, not.
Which if that does end up, which if that does end up being true, condolences for your loss.
Shut up.
I couldn't finish this without winding you up just a bit.
But yeah, that's about it.
I think this is the first one that I know this is the first one we've done in 3 years, but notice that I did not rant that much.
No.
No, just a bit about Cena.
Just a little.
Okay, so guys, where can everybody find you guys now?
Well, I'm still on Twitter. I don't get on it as much, but I'm still on Twitter. I don't have my YouTube channel anymore. I'm still on fanfiction, even though I haven't updated in like 3 years, which everybody's.
There's an app, Deanna. There's an app you can get now. They have an app now.
Oh, they do.
Yeah, and I actually
Somebody send me the freaking link. I don't have the app.
I'll sort that out. I'll sort that out. But I actually messaged them because there was a feature missing from the app, and they said it's coming. Uploading documents to fanfiction through the app is coming. Fanfiction Fiction Press confirmed it in an email to me.
Awesome.
Good.
So you guys can update.
I do. That's how I do it.
I can't.
Through
I do. Okay, Tom, where can everybody find you?
I'm in the same place I've always been. I'm at Tom Williams 1990 on Twitter and Facebook, and I'm also and I'm on YouTube as Tom Williams Productions. Although I hardly ever put anything on YouTube these days
Why is that?
because I'm losing my vision slowly.
Okay. And as for me, I'm still kicking. I'm on YouTube at TakerSoulGirl22. I'm on Twitter at TakerSoulGirl. Facebook as Robin Wired, and fanfiction as TakerSoulGirl. DOD is still going because I'm slow.
My fanfiction name has changed to Dean's Country Angel.
And of course, I'm using the same as my Twitter address for fanfiction. If you want to have a look at some of the weird stuff I've been doing, I do a lot of crossover fic at the moment.
Yeah, and I'm still doing Daughter of the Dead Man, and I'm still doing the alternate version, even though I haven't updated it in like 2 years.
And I have a ton of ideas running around my head for Best Friends 3. I just haven't gotten them on paper yet.
My hottest at the moment is probably the Hadrian Black series. Who in the second book in the series, he beat the streak because I wanted to do that.
You're mean.
Should I know we're doing predictions, but should I try to explain about Best Friends 3 since I've never really talked about it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay, Best Friends 3 is a lot different. I have Best Friends 1 and Best Friends 2, which were actually Best Friends 1 is like the longest one. It's like 60 chapters, and Best Friends 2 is like 30.
And in one of them, John Cena's the love interest, and the other one, Randy Orton's the love interest.
Yeah, and this one is Dean Ambrose. And
what a surprise.
The thing that's very different about this one is that Dean and Lacey, who is my character, has not they haven't known each other all their lives. They come from two different worlds. Dean, growing up the way he did, and then Lacey sort of comes from a background where she sort of was told what to do, but she rebelled against her family and the people that were in her life in order to pursue a wrestling career. And she didn't actually think she'd ever meet Dean Ambrose. She actually just thought she'd scroll through the WWE and never meet him. And then they meet and they sort of strike up a friendship. And there is something there, but neither one of them can really admit it because they're afraid of hurting the other one. Especially Lacey with her past, because at some point, I don't know when, at some point I'm going to have Lacey's past come back in like a big way and sort of try to do a lot of damage to Lacey's career. I just haven't figured out how to
Can I explain DOD 3 now that I'm a good way into it?
Yes.
Basically, I can sum it up like this. Holy plot bombs. Holy plot bombs.
I think I have helped as much with Best Friend DOD 3 as I can, and I think I'm still. Yeah, I still do.
Thankfully, because sometimes it's like I can't get Christy's character exactly right.
Christy actually, I think it was like a couple of nights ago, I was somewhere. I think it might have been with my in-laws, and Christy kind of stuck her head out and was like, "Hello, goodbye," and like because I started ranting about I was ranting about something that happened to my in-laws, and it was like, "Oh," Christy goes, "Oh, there I am. Hello, goodbye."
But okay, basically, so everything is normal until about the sixth chapter, I think it is, and then everything goes to crap.
Yeah.
Angel's life goes to crap again. So we're done.
And
she loses her eyesight.
I've told Robin she has free reign with Christy. She can do whatever she wants with her, but I have an itch feeling coming that Christy's fixing to have to put a certain big-nosed asshole in his place.
Well, let's not go into the suggestion I had for Christy.
And Angel.
Hold on, no, I will hear this.
It got shut down.
Hold on.
My Christy heel turn got shut down.
I shut it down. It involved Christy versus Angel.
Oh no!
Which is a match I still think at some point we have to see one way or the other, because even if it's just a friendly match, we have to see which one is superior.
No, Tom, you don't get it. One doesn't want to be superior over the other.
Yeah, that's kind of like me and Robin made that rule a long time ago that we would never put Christy and Angel against each other.
And the thing is, that's why Angel gets so mad when people say, "Oh, you're better than Christy." It's like,
and that's why Christy gets so mad when people say she's better than Angel.
It's like, fuck you, I am not.
I think the only way that would actually happen is if Robin and I got into a fight and didn't speak for like a couple of weeks. Yeah.
And then I did it to vent.
Yeah.
To
vent, you'd put Angel over Christy.
Yeah. Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns are in it now.
Yeah, we've Christy's kind of gone from one bad relationship to
she went from one bad relationship with John Cena to one bad relationship with Edge to a cautious relationship with Dean Ambrose.
Very cautious. She's being a lot more careful.
I love whenever I get a chance to write stuff for Dean Ambrose. Because I often get a little pop up on Facebook. I need help writing a Dean Ambrose scene. Oh, no problem. I can do that. I can write a Maniac. That's easy.
Yeah. And then Angel went from a relationship with David Hart Smith to Roman Reigns.
And our opinions of, as Robin pointed out to me last night, our opinions of Dean and Roman have changed a lot since 2014.
Yeah.
Our opinions of those two have changed drastically, because I remember
you didn't like them when they first debuted, did you?
No, we did not.
Because I remember saying one time that Dean Ambrose looked like he came out to the ring drunk.
Yeah.
All the time.
And that being said, Seth Rollins went from being a total jerk for me to being kind of eh.
He's always going to be kind of eh.
Yeah. But
whereas I think he's funny.
In DOD, he's a complete jerk because of where I'm at. That's how he was.
Yeah.
And Tom, I am still slapping the WWE World Heavyweight title on Angel at some point, but there's other stuff I gotta do first.
That was a suggestion. That was a suggestion of mine, because this world this franchise world rotates around Angel. She should totally be the first ever woman to win the world title.
Yeah, I'm still gonna do that, and she's gonna take it off Seth Rollins because it'd be, especially now when you consider the fact that she not only is she a woman, but she has no sight.
Yeah, I think it's really funny to imagine the backlash backstage amongst the boys that Seth Rollins loses the championship to a blind girl. There's something amazing about that. The shit the boys would give him for months after that.
Yeah.
I found something that I haven't thought of in a long, long time, Ramen. I was actually went to storage the other day and I found it. Do you remember the first go around, the very first ever go around of DOD?
Do you want to go off? Do you want to go off air first?
Yeah. Okay, guys, we gotta run. But hit us up, fanfiction, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook.
Yep.
Bye. You guys gonna say bye?
Bye.
Probably see you after WrestleMania, where we're all going to be wrong.
Because we are going to get back. We are going to hopefully get back into this again.
Yeah.
We're all going to be wrong post WrestleMania, probably.
Okay. See ya.
Maybe. Bye.